What do you think so far?
So far, so good.
This is the inn at Semiahmoo. We're off to grab some breakfast after a fairly sleepless night. The dogs were not the most cooperative. They've never really traveled like this before, never stayed in a hotel. They're not used to being out of their own environment.
And they usually sleep in their pens, and we didn't bring the pens with them, so.
It's weird. Most animals would hate to be caged, but it turns out our dogs are used to it, so they enjoy it. We had a simple, light breakfast at the Marina Cafe next door to the inn. We had to come up with a plan so we could get these guys to rest that night, so we decided to take them on a series of walks just to wear them out. Go potty. Now, girls, over here. Let's go. Come on. Here we go, Harley. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. What a good girl. What a good girl. Yeah.
Look how happy they are to be with us.
Say it again.
Look how happy they are. You're not happy, but they're happy.
It's because they're being a pain in the ass. But we still love them. We adopted Etta and Harley about 2 years ago from the rescue program. They were found on the streets of Clovis, California. We're told they're sisters and that they're Chiweenies. We're not sure about that, but we're sure that they are characters. Quite honestly, I thought they were teasing about this when I first saw it. Well, our plan worked. As you can see, it wiped them out. You're just not in the mood.
Are you tired, girl? Did we work you a lot today?
You sleepy?
We went on lots of walks. We played in the water. Look, she's falling asleep.
Was it the most fun ever? Etta's not buying it. This night, unlike the previous night, everybody slept great. The next morning I got up early and decided to take advantage of the light. Semiahmoo is a beautiful resort, but it's spectacular early in the morning. The Semiahmoo Spit has an interesting history. Prior to being an inn, it was a salmon cannery. We put the dogs down for their morning nap, and I was dying for a Denver omelet. Are you ready for your Jedi mind tricks?
Yes.
How do you do it again?
Denver omelet. Denver omelet.
It will be a Denver omelet.
Will be a Denver.
We won't accept any substitutes, right?
Nope,
You do the little hand thing. It will be a Denver omelet. Unfortunately, the Denver omelet wasn't on the menu. Oh well. Later, we needed to work off our heavy breakfast, so we decided to take the kayaks out. Plover. It's a little restored ferry boat that used to bring cannery workers over from the Blaine side of Washington. We paddled all the way out to this marker. At low tide, you can almost walk to it. It was nesting time for these cormorants, and as you can see from all the bird poop on the wall, the smell was just awful. Actually, it was foul. What are you doing this evening?
Hopefully we can get these dogs to go potty. We can go sit in the hot tub for a half hour.
Amen to that. We eventually got them to go potty and did get our time in the hot tub, but I'm not putting that on YouTube. The next morning, some weather came in and it was a little blustery and chilly, unlike the first day. See that point of land out there? That's Point Roberts. Point Roberts is unique in that it's not an island, yet it's completely separated from the rest of the U.S. The only way to travel from Point Roberts to Washington and the U.S. is to drive through Canada. In the mid-1840s, acceptance of the 49th parallel as the international boundary was concluded without precise knowledge of its effects. Later, as the Boundary Commission surveyed the line, the British government realized the peninsula of Point Roberts would be an isolated part of the United States. Oops. Over the years, it's been discussed about what to do with Point Roberts. Should it become part of Canada? Though it would seem logical, nothing has changed. So there it is. It just sits there, somewhat of a wayward child of the United States. The weather improved throughout the day, and we took full advantage of it. Semiahmoo Resort and Inn is absolutely beautiful. The interior is really well made and adorned with Northwest flair. They even have a giant chess set outside for your enjoyment. They have a beautiful spa. We didn't take advantage of it. It looked like a really nice facility. Unfortunately, we just didn't have time. We did use the hot tub. They have a beautiful pool. Be sure to bring your camera. There's a lot to photograph at Semiahmoo Resort and the surrounding area. Wild animals, although Harley's not quite a wild animal. But it's a great place to take pictures. The tides in this area can vary greatly. As you can see here, this is low tide, and later that evening, that's high tide. Well, the girls had a really great time. The trip back, they were a lot more tuckered out than they were on the way up. Even Harley managed to sleep a little in the car. Hey, if you like this video and others, please subscribe. If you can actually take a moment to hit that like button, we always appreciate that too. Thanks so much for watching.